Oneness by Rasha, condensed by Crispy. Chapter 25, the vibrational nature of today's children and the generations to come. The paranormal characteristics and abilities of the children of the future, and the care and nurturing of the miracle children of tomorrow. Generations yet unborn will look back on this era as mythic, scarcely able to imagine the density, the volatility, and the uncertainty that you call normal. The foundations you inherited, economic, social, psychological, even physical, are dissolving, not in a single dramatic collapse, but in increments so subtle they escape notice until hindsight. This reveals how far the landscape has shifted. You are living inside a metamorphosis. Those who remain in physical form through these changes become living bridges between the worlds, not because they escape upheaval, but because they endure it so consciously. This generation serves as midwives rather than bystanders, present not after the dust finally settles, but while the ground is still moving. Incarnating now was not an accident, but a deliberate choice to experience transformation while embodied, rather than waiting for calmer terrain. The younger generations are arriving with a different energetic constitution. They are less burdened by unresolved density. They are less reactive, less entangled in inherited conflict. Their apparent ease is not superiority, but compatibility. They are born aligned with the conditions that are now emerging, whereas older generations must continuously shed conditioning to keep pace. The work of elders is integration. The work of the young is demonstration. Abilities once labeled as paranormal, like heightened intuition, subtle perception, telepathy, are gradually normalizing. As vibrational conditions shift, what once seemed miraculous becomes commonplace. Yet fascination with the otherworldly is predicted to fade, replaced by discernment and a recognition that the deepest wisdom does not originate outside the self. The young, in this view, will not romanticize such capacities. They will treat them as natural tools. Education and guidance are crucial. Adults should not burden children with the limitations they themselves had to transcend. Teaching becomes less about enforcing outdated standards and more about creating safe environments for exploration. Comparison is detrimental. Diversity in ability and perspective is expected to widen before it stabilizes. Teachers and parents are invited to become adaptive observers rather than rigid architects. This transitional period in which you chose to reincarnate is turbulent by requirement. Early wave children may feel misaligned with institutions that are still calibrating to new norms. Some may suppress their capacities to conform. The responsibility of aware adults is to support rather than pathologize these differences, recognizing that bridging worlds can be disorienting. Over time, as cultural structures catch up, rest assured that stabilization will follow. You are not who you were when you entered this life. You are not who you were 1 year ago, 1 month ago, yesterday. The environment itself is fluid. Existence changes constantly, and resisting that fluidity creates unnecessary strain. Your challenge may be greater than that of your children, but your potential is no less expansive. The key is willingness, specifically a return to curiosity and trust that precedes conditioning. The world you were born into is not the world you now inhabit, even if the scenery appears largely familiar. Change has already occurred beneath the surface. You can anticipate having more challenges than will your children, and their children will live in peace and abundance. But your potential for manifesting the fullness of your capabilities as a creative life force in physical form is no less promising or important. The distance between where you stand and where you are headed is far smaller than it appears. Adaptability, openness, and a release of fixed ego identity becomes the preparation for navigating what is already unfolding. Chapter 26. Integrating change into one's composite of self-definition. Adapting to the changes within and the new categories of experience that result, and how judgment and detachment from it affects your experience of reality. The sum total of all that you are is energy wearing a human costume. Your thoughts, your reactions, your body, your circumstances, each is a series of patterns of vibrations made visible. As that vibration accelerates, perception changes. The only true variable is not whether transformation is occurring, but how fully you allow it to move through you. It is entirely possible to cling to familiar illusions and continue inhabiting a structure of separation long after you have energetically outgrown it. Conditioning can sustain an outdated identity, like a museum exhibit preserved behind glass. Yet when surrender replaces resistance, the question shifts from whether change is real to how deeply it will be embodied. Some will shed former identities so completely that they become unrecognizable, not because they have disappeared, but because the skin of who they thought they were no longer fits. Peace does not arrive as conquest, but as remembrance and forgiveness. What once felt like resistance from the world begins to soften. Doors open where friction once prevailed. It may appear that reality has shifted in your favor, but in truth it is your alignment within reality that has shifted. The world mirrors the energy you project. When you stand present without resistance or internal contradiction, response flows cleanly back to you. Resonance amplifies resonance. Naturally, you cannot isolate yourself exclusively among those who vibrate similarly. And so the path becomes one of being in the world without being destabilized by it. Sensitivity increases. Discernment sharpens. You draw clearer lines around your energy field. You withdraw from engagements that once felt obligatory. Simplification becomes instinctive. Solitude transforms from avoidance into sanctuary. This withdrawal is not escape, but stabilization. Until your expanded vibration steadies, you feel the fluctuations of environments and interactions more intensely. You begin to notice which spaces nourish and which deplete you. Associations fall away. Complexity is scaled down. In that simplification, centeredness strengthens. Manifestation naturally flows with less obstruction. Eventually, even the impulse to protect oneself dissolves into a deeper realization. What you once labeled as dense or negative reveals itself as reflection rather than threat. The charge was never inherent in the external image. It arose from judgment you projected onto it. When judgment is rooted in duality, finally drops away, the mirror loses its edge. You become capable of witnessing without recoil. In this witnessing, fear dissolves. You begin to see clearly that you generate the meaning and the energy that animates every scene. What you resist intensifies because resistance is a creative force. All thought creates. When rejection ceases, so does the energetic hook. The image is allowed to be what it is, a projection within your field of awareness. Non-reaction and non-attachment becomes skill rather than suppression. You feel things fully, yet you are not compelled to enact every emotion. The world regains its neutrality. You re-enter it not armored, but grounded. The theoretical understanding that you create your reality gradually becomes experiential evidence. Practice refines it. You begin to see with crystalline clarity the moments in your past when you were the architect of the very storms that shook you back then. Life completes its circle with this awareness. To embody unity, you first explored separation to its furthest edges. You discovered what you are not in order to know what you are. The experiences that once felt most alien to your true nature become the catalysts that anchored your recognition of it. You are not separate from any of it. You authored it all. From this vantage point, 3D ego identity loosens again, not in fragmentation, but in artistry. You begin to live as creator, consciously. Yet there is no final plateau, no terminal arrival. Each level of awakening feels like a beginning because the levels are infinite. Perspective shifts. you spiral through fullness and emptiness, companionship and solitude, knowing and mystery. Aloneness itself dissolves. It only exists in contrast to otherness, which is an illusion. When that contrast falls away, there is simply isness, beingness, presence, without comparison. In that pause, a crossroad appears. The cycle that once seemed endless becomes optional. There is an opportunity to step beyond repetition, not through death, but through integration. To merge with the multidimensional aspects of yourself while embodied. To retain awareness rather than restart unconsciously is the doorway that stands open in this era. It is not an escape from 3D reality, but mastery within it. The endless journey remains available. Yet so does the choice to know yourself as the Creator, not eventually, not elsewhere, but here, in this accelerating now. Chapter 27. The nature of the journey home. Deciphering the imagery that surrounds you. The power of choice with focused intent, and awakening to be here now. No matter which doorway you choose in your search for meaning, every path leads toward one essential truth: connectedness with the source within. Across cultures, doctrines, and philosophies, the longing has always been the same. Beneath the labels that divide you lives a single impulse, the pull toward unity within your own being. A unity that transcends the story of being merely human. You are not a human being in essence. Humanness is a costume, a vehicle, a temporary vantage point through which you explore yourself. You are no more limited to this form than you are limited to a tree or a rock, because you encompass them as well. What you are is not confined by form, yet it expresses through form. When glimpses of deeper perception arise, they feel both new and strangely familiar. That recognition is not accidental. You have tasted this before. You chose the experience of forgetting so that rediscovery would carry divine wonder. Limitation was not imposed upon you, it was embraced, so that the thrill of limitlessness could be genuine. Without the depth of feeling the illusion of separation, the reunion would not ignite joy. You ventured far into the illusion so that awakening would be so meaningful. Awakening does not strike like lightning and leave you permanently illuminated. It ebbs and flows. Awareness opens, recedes, and opens again, giving you time to digest what you encounter. The crescendo builds gradually until the shift becomes undeniable. The process carries you in and out of expanded perception, allowing you to savor the mysteries bit by bite, rather than be overwhelmed by it. The journey itself is part of the delight. You planted the signposts. You hid the maps. You designed the detours so that discovery would feel special. At the deepest level, you already know you cannot fail. The safeguards were built in from the beginning. No incarnation can strand you permanently in separation. This world is your creation, your game, and your heaven. The homeward current is stronger than any distraction. That current does not originate from the limited personality you presently identify with. It flows from a broader awareness, patient, steady, and loving. You may prolong the journey as long as you wish. You may wander through frustration and dissatisfaction. Yet the pleasure woven into reintegration exerts its own magnetism. Eventually, the identity experiencing the return becomes secondary to the return itself. From a timeless vantage, it is irrelevant which lifetime witnesses the homecoming. You are one of many expressions participating in the same arc. The linear sense of here and now remains intact as long as you inhabit the body. Even awareness of past lives unfolds within that same linear 3D timeline framework. Expansion continues layer by layer until you recognize yourself as one with the world you once perceived as external. Beyond that threshold lies countless other unfoldings. At your current stage, the invitation is not to rush, but to savor. There are no points awarded for speeding through insight after insight. You chose to experience the richness of this journey, the textures, the sensations, the discovery. Make space for connectedness within the rhythm of your obligations. Release the compulsion to understand everything conceptually. Participation is more powerful than explanation. Choice remains your constant companion. You may alter direction and pivot at any moment. What matters is not which path is selected, but the energy within it. Reluctant choices fragment your presence. Decisive choices consolidate your presence. When you stand fully behind a decision, heart, mind, and will aligned, that path becomes fertile by definition. Half engagement ruins the result. Full presence magnifies it. There are no inherently superior choices. There is simply choice. Every option contains potential richness when entered wholeheartedly. What you call reasons are often hesitation dressed in logic, which is fear-based. Once a direction is chosen, the justification dissolves. What matters is your energetic participation. Be the choice you make. Let your intent saturate your choice. Wisdom states, be here now. You have already made the greater commitments: incarnation, identity, circumstance, theme. You have committed to rediscovering your divinity within the boundaries of a human body. All lesser decisions are small ripples compared to that original incarnation declaration. When you live with that awareness, body, heart, and soul aligns, and life responds in kind. To transcend the lower three chakra ego attractions, you must embody them all fully first. Presence dissolves limitation more effectively than avoidance ever could. When you are completely here and now in your body, the ties that bind you to form loosen naturally. Timelessness is not attained by fleeing the moment, but by entering it without reservation. And when you are ready, the next threshold reveals itself, not as an escape, but as a continuation of the endless beginning. Only then will you be ready to transcend a here and now based on the concept of form, and begin to taste the experience of timelessness that awaits you when you choose to be ready. Chapter 28, Change, Diversity, and the Nature of Composite Reality, and the perception and integration of parallel realities. The difference between the world you once believed in and the world now unfolding is not a matter of geography, but perception. You equipped yourselves with filters, safeguards, calibrated to match the vibrational density of the era into which you were born. Those filters did their work well. They narrowed your awareness so that form could feel solid, stable, definable. But the conditions that required such narrowing are dissolving. The constraints are loosening in increments, allowing you to integrate a broader spectrum of what has always been present. Nothing new is being added to your reality. What feels new has always existed within the vibrational architecture of your world. The only change is awareness. As your own energy accelerates, perception widens. Layers once shielded from view become visible. The curtain lifts slowly, and with it comes complexity that previous structures were never designed to explain. Institutions rooted in fixed definitions will struggle to keep pace. What once qualified as unquestionable fact will reveal its contextual nature. Truth, as it has been defined within physical parameters, proves to be momentary. In a shifting now, permanence cannot anchor itself anywhere. This is not an indictment of those who delineated earlier constructs. It is simply recognition that reality is fluid, and any attempt to freeze it into absolutes will eventually be destroyed. Miracles, too, shift their meaning. What once inspired awe becomes commonplace as perception expands. The miraculous does not vanish, it normalizes. As veils thin, categories blur. What matters is not defending the past or debating competing versions of truth, but recognizing the impermanence inherent in the process itself. Adaptation becomes more useful than argument. Perspective diverges. Two individuals may inhabit the same environment yet describe radically different realities. The invitation is not to determine which is correct, but to observe the diversity with fascination and respect. By honoring multiple viewpoints, you gain access to the composite tapestry being woven in any given moment. This broader overview is part of your chosen curriculum, transcending singular, limited vantage points and 3D linear time. As integration deepens into multidimensionality, perception may begin to stretch beyond linear expectations. You may sense parallel variations of experience playing out simultaneously. Contradictions may appear real and be resolved. The mind may question its stability, yet all variations have always existed within the vibrational field of possibility. Previously, only one strand was accessible. Now, as aspects of self merge, awareness may dart among multiple strands before stabilizing into a unified view. Experiences once dismissed as fiction, objects appearing and disappearing, timelines bending, events collapsing into one another, will continue to surface. Observe peacefully. Such phenomena are not evidence of malfunction, but of expansion. Initial collective reactions may include anxiety and heated debate as old authorities lose footing. Eventually, fear will exhaust itself. A broader acceptance will emerge, and with it, a collective recalibration into a new octave of experience. Your lived reality mirrors the energy you project. The recurring dramas in your life are threads in a web you have woven. To dissolve them, you must feel the emotions beneath them fully. Avoidance energizes and sustains the tether. Immersion releases it. When the underlying charge dissolves, the reality structured to support it begins to lose cohesion. As you resolve core issues, worlds collide and merge. The landscape may appear familiar, yet its texture shifts. Long-standing conflicts lose their magnetism. Interactions once charged become neutral. You find yourself observing rather than reacting. There is no compulsion to engage in conflict or escape it. Presence replaces turbulence. Following major integrations, a period of quiet stabilization often arrives. Space opens. Priorities realign. External changes may follow internal shifts, sometimes radically. Identities shed like snakeskin. The cycle repeats. There is no final plateau. Each new summit reveals further horizons. Metamorphosis will continue as long as you exist. The journey does not conclude in complacency. Each expansion invites the next. The mountain you just scaled becomes the vantage point from which the next ascent begins. Chapter 29, Transcending the Spiritual Dogmas of this Reality and a Spiritual Path Tailored to Every Seeker. No two awakenings unfold the same way. Even if you share a common landscape of reality, the choreography of your emergence into deeper awareness is uniquely your own. Some will circle certain lessons repeatedly before releasing what binds them to older perceptions. Others will recognize the essence of an experience in a single flash and move forward without the need for rehearsal. Neither is superior. Both are chosen. There are countless well-worn spiritual paths, complete with maps, textbooks, rituals, teachers, and promises of progressive realization. Many have walked these paths and found nourishment there. Yet no formula is mandatory. No tradition is the prerequisite for awakening. The destination does not require any particular doorway. You may walk with any lineage for a while, or you may wander alone. You may meditate in temples, or you may find revelation beneath an open sky. The structure you select matters less than the sincerity with which you inhabit it. Techniques do not create awakening. presence does. If you approach any discipline with reluctance, because you feel you should, because others expect it, because it looks respectable, your vitality drains away. Practice performed dutifully, but without joy, will taste bitter. Surrender to the process, however, regardless of its form, infuses you with vitality. The essential ingredient is not method, but wholeheartedness. Expectation especially becomes an obstacle. When you sit in meditation demanding progress, or follow ritual calculating reward, you restrict the very current you seek to enter. When you allow yourself to be fully present, receptive, and curious, you align naturally, and the path responds to the energy you bring. Devotion to any person or philosophy chosen from fear, guilt, or obligation distorts any positivity inherent in any spiritual expression. Whether clinging to inherited traditions or rejecting them in resentment, contradiction weakens the experience. Alignment arises when your direction springs from contentment and inner resonance, not from pressure. No single path is exclusive or better or worse than any path. No people are uniquely chosen. The act of choosing happens within you. Divine connection is not bestowed by an external authority. It is affirmed by your own inner recognition and feeling. To declare yourself chosen above anyone else reinforces separation, fear, and the shadow ego. To recognize yourself as choice embodied dissolves fear, separation, and the shadow ego. Fear-based systems have taught generations to equate obedience with virtue, and they taught questioning is dangerous. Yet, divinity cannot demand submission. You were not given freedom of will only to be corralled into narrow corridors of restrictive belief. Freedom includes the right to explore, to doubt, to depart, to redefine, and to reunite. You constructed barriers for yourself precisely to test the strength of your inner knowing. Constriction clarifies expansion. In encountering doctrines that contradict your inner truth, you discover the solidity of what you are not. That friction and restriction was not designed to crush you, but to refine discernment and offer you freedom. If any belief no longer rings true to you, release it fully. Leaving a system externally while clinging internally through guilt or revenge is poison. Remaining outwardly while inwardly resentful divides you energetically. Integrity requires coherence between head and heart. Your loyalty belongs first to the truth discovered within. Cultural inheritance may shape you, but it need not bind you. The history of conflict among humans has largely sprung from insisting that one vision invalidates all others. Yet the diversity of perspectives is evidence of richness, not error. Each person carries an equal fragment of the greater vision. Language can only approximate experience. It can never contain it. Even when two people describe awakening with similar words, their inner landscape is unique. When you speak of truth, you speak from your vantage alone. Differences only threaten the shadow ego. Individuality provides contrast, texture, flavor, music. Without variation, there is monotony. Harmony arises not from uniformity, but from resonance among distinct notes. When you cease invalidating another's perception to defend your own, space opens for mutual respect. Hold your own inner truth as precious. Do not dilute it to appease collective pressure. And do not weaponize it either. Your uniqueness exists to be embodied, not imposed. You are here to explore the depths of your own vision, not to recruit others into believing it. In periods of awakening, new philosophies will arise, dressed in confident packaging. Some will mistake clarity for authority and seek followers rather than self-realization. True teachers do not demand exaltation. They point inward. They illuminate by example rather than command. If you hear a message that elevates the messenger above the listener, turn away. Awakening precludes hierarchy. The genuine torchbearer kindles awareness so that you may recognize your own flame. You are free to worship or not, in whatever way brings joy. Family traditions may continue for others. That is their path. Participation born of pleasure honors freedom. Participation born of coercion diminishes it. Likewise, resist the urge to convert those who are not ready. Your truth does not require validation through agreement. Live what you know. Let your actions communicate the transformation more eloquently than argument. Demonstrate steadiness where you once reacted. Show peace where you once battled. Those who observe may not articulate what they learn, but they will feel it. Patience with those closest to you is part of your practice. Not all will walk at your pace, yet your presence alone becomes instruction. Influence radiates quietly. The most profound teaching often occurs without a word. Your path is singular. Walk it with conviction and courage, and allow others the same freedom. In that mutual allowance, the diversity that once divided begins to weave itself into harmony. Chapter 30. The significance of health crises in heightened stages of the ascension process. Your physical condition mirrors your energetic condition, your spirituality, your thoughts, and your emotionality. Diet and exercise may support the body, but they do not reach the root of imbalance. When deeper patterns remain unresolved, they will surface eventually through the body. As your vibration accelerates, dormant densities rise to the surface. Long-carried emotional imprints, sometimes ancient, press upward for release. These patterns do not express themselves only through external drama. They embed in the body. If ignored, they intensify. Do not assume that intellectual understanding protects you. Awareness alone does not dissolve energy. Integration requires release. As higher frequencies integrate, the body is pressed to relinquish what cannot coexist within it. Illness in this context is not failure. It is release of toxins. Symptoms may reappear from conditions once thought resolved. What was quieted physically may not have been cleared energetically. Dormant catalysts wait for vibrational conditions that demand their release. When they resurface, the invitation is deeper than before. The body signals what the psyche resists. Masking symptoms without addressing origin drives the density inward. True resolution requires identifying the emotional and psychological structures that sustain the imbalance. When symptoms arise, pause. Ask what belief, what grievance, what fear, what identity is seeking release. Physical expression often parallels emotional themes already unfolding in your life. As those themes are confronted honestly, corresponding physical disturbances may flare briefly and then dissolve. Allow symptoms to communicate their messages. Suppression prolongs suffering. Conscious engagement liberates. Feeling fully, without dramatizing, without resisting, dismantles the density beneath both emotional and physical manifestations. At certain stages, confrontation with mortality becomes part of the cleansing. Fear of death anchors attachment to form. When you can contemplate transition without panic, the energetic grip loosens. Physical life becomes a choice, not a compulsion. In that detachment, many conditions lose their foundation. This does not trivialize illness nor deny medical care. It reframes the terrain. For those moving rapidly through transformation, crises can serve as thresholds. They push perception beyond conventional explanations and invite a restructuring at the core of identity. Beliefs construct your energetic framework. Self-limiting premises, especially those forged through repeated disappointment or injury, become structural beams. If the blueprint contains assumptions of powerlessness, victimhood, or scarcity, the body will express those tensions. Examine the earliest seeds of recurring life themes. Patterns that seem justified by history may rest upon misinterpretations formed under earlier states of awareness. You need not revisit other lifetimes or parallel expressions to correct them. Wholeness in this here moment recalibrates the entire grid. Release identification with limitation. It is possible to have experienced victimization without adopting a victim identity. Refusing to engage repeating dramas shifts the energetic conditions that sustain them. Wherever your attention goes, structure strengthens. Dwelling on what you fear reinforces it. Envisioning the state you prefer begins to reorganize the field. This is not a denial of physical evidence, it is redirection of foundational, creational energy. Symptoms are signals, not sentences. They highlight where attention is required. Address the core, the belief, the fear, the unresolved charge, and the outer manifestation may no longer be necessary. As density clears, long-standing interpersonal patterns loosen. Dramas lose magnetism. Conflicts once irresistible no longer compel engagement. The body often reflects this release. Eventually, a turning point arrives. Physical strategies exhaust themselves. Struggle collapses into surrender. In that clarity, the urgency that once dominated perception dissolves. What seemed life-defining reveals itself as transient. True healing is not merely the absence of symptoms. It is freedom from the vibrational charge that generated them. Health, then, becomes less about preservation and more about coherence. As coherence stabilizes, the body aligns. And what once appeared as crisis is understood as passage. The health crises that will be so prevalent as byproducts of the ascension process are the ultimate gateways to healing in the truest sense. True healing occurs when one has succeeded in releasing the underlying vibrational charge one has carried at certain levels of awareness, quite possibly for many lifetimes. In releasing the vibrational charge, one attains a vantage point that transcends that old awareness. Manifesting the world of the artist, recreating the world of the dreamer, and liberating the dreamer within. As the early layers of release clear through the ascension process, perception shifts. Obstacles that once defined your landscape fall away. What remains is unfamiliar openness, and with it, the realization that limitation is no longer dictating your direction. In the absence of self-imposed boundaries, responsibility intensifies. You can no longer claim that circumstances cornered you. Intent now precedes option. Clarity draws experience into form. What you focus upon organizes the field around you. passivity yields little at these levels. Waiting for life to arrange itself results in confusion. When karmic residues dissolve, there is nothing left to magnetize experience except the vibrational tone of your desire. Mixed intent produces mixed results. Reluctance and doubt weakens manifestation. Precision of feeling simplifies and improves manifestation. Before acting, become clear, not strategizing, clarifying. What do you truly wish to experience? Not what seems practical. Not what appears achievable, but what feels most alive. To manifest freely, you must rediscover the dreamer, the child untouched by limitation. Early in life, desire flowed without calculation. Later, rules replaced wonder. Focus shifted from joy to feasibility. Fear disguised itself as ambition. The dream narrowed to what was deemed possible on a 3D shadow ego-based level. The dreamer does not calculate, it delights. It does not seek validation or achievement. It moves from pleasure and expression itself. When desire is rooted in proving worth or avoiding failure, it carries the imprint of separation. When desire is rooted in joy, it carries enormous power. Goal orientation born of fear sustained you in the olden world of 3D shadow ego, but here it distorts. Success and failure dissolve in the presence of authentic desire. The dreamer simply releases what is pleasing into possibility. Reconnecting with that innocence is essential. Beneath fatigue, cynicism, or compromise, the spark remains intact. It has waited while you navigated strategies and obligations. Before your inner artist can shape your life into a conscious creation, this is not the shadow ego pursuing accomplishment. It is the soul who delights in being. When you taste that internal joyousness again, you understand why life disrupted its previous momentum. Automatic patterns would have carried you nowhere new. You may recognize that you had reached a plateau, stable, clear, yet stagnant. The fortress you built there became a quiet prison. Collapse was not punishment, it was release. To To rediscover the missing element, you must pause. External rearrangements will not supply it. Relationship shifts, career changes, spiritual techniques, none substitute for reconnection within. Any of them may later serve as expression, but none are the source. In silence, memory resurfaces. Moments when enthusiasm was effortless, curiosity unguarded. You begin to see where compromise replaced passion, where resignation disguised itself as maturity. Patterns clarify choices. Choices once made from fear reveal themselves. The vitality that drained from subsequent chapters becomes understandable. Something essential had stepped aside. Now is the time to stop performing your life and encounter the one who lives it. Cease filling empty space with activity. Cease outsourcing meaning. Turn inward without agenda. In that inner quiet, you will recognize that what you have been seeking externally was never absent. It simply withdrew when joy was no longer found. The dreamer did not vanish. It waited. When you reunite with the spark of joy, direction becomes organic. Action follows being. The artist emerges naturally from the joy of expression. From this place, life unfolds as the visible extension of inner aliveness. And in recapturing these precious, simple moments, you will discover the true path to self-discovery. What you yearn to experience has been within you all along, waiting patiently. Chapter 32. Experiential Mirroring. Creating a foundation for compassion. And putting the rocky road into perspective. Change is no longer a theory you hold in your head. It is the weather inside you. No matter how you describe it, you can feel the degree to which your inner world is shifting. Some of you speak it aloud and find yourself strengthened by the simple relief of being understood. Others keep it private, not from secrecy, but from the quiet knowing that what has happened within you is too profound to explain. Either way, self-recognition deepens as the process intensifies. At a certain point, you look back and realize that pieces of you once relied on for definition no longer fit. Traits that anchored your identity stop being true descriptions of your lived experience. Not not because they were wrong, but because the ground beneath them has moved. The clarity you hold now does not cancel the rocky terrain you crossed to get here. It just proves the journey mattered. You could have written an easier script. You could have chosen a life where today's understandings were standard equipment. But then you would have missed the contrast, the bitter and the sweet, that makes this breakthrough unmistakable in your bones. Without the plunge into separation, connectedness would remain a concept. With it, the exaltation becomes visceral. You have not failed because it took so long. The summit would not feel like a summit without the climb. To know divine connectedness with full intensity, you built a life that lets you taste injustice, powerlessness, doubt, and the ache of not being able to implement your will. You questioned the foundation so that the foundation, when revealed, would be recognized as real. You let the so-called dark side move through you long enough to learn how it feels, to know by direct sensation what you will no longer choose. That is why humility and gratitude show up naturally here. You now have a reference point. You can tell the difference between the heaviness of the old vibration and the lift of the new. And because you have lived the depths, compassion stops being a moral idea and becomes an instinct. It is easier to recognize another person's pain when you have carried the same burden. Having watched your own dreams get washed away like sand castles, you can feel the despair in the waves crashing on someone else's shore. This is how compassion is forged, not by theory, but by the lived experience of extremes. And as your eyes change, something else becomes visible. The patterns you once judged in others are not alien, they are familiar. You magnetized certain people into your field to mirror what you could not yet admit in yourself. They performed their roles with maddening brilliance, provoking you, irritating you, startling you, because your script required their mirrors. Now, as judgment loosens, you stop standing on any spiritual pedestal, and you sense the simple perfection of all. There is no status on the path to ascension, no higher being looking down on a lower being. There are only moments, sparks of awareness, in a timeless journey. Each person sings a note in a chord. Your awakening doesn't belong to you alone, even though you experience it as yours alone. Oneness is making this journey as each of you, so it can feel the thrill of forgetting and remembering again and again through infinite variations. That is why you cannot rush anyone else's opening. From your vantage point, the clue seems obvious. From theirs, it is still invisible. And when you reach out and they reject your hand, you remember your own seasons of blindness. You remember the words you couldn't hear until you were ready. The appointed moment arrives when it arrives. Here, compassion becomes a practice, not a sentiment. It is the ability to bond without drowning, to care for without being consumed, to recognize the shared theme and to keep your boundaries intact. This is compassion with backbone, the balance between open heart and protected field. You can stand close enough to warm someone without stepping into the fire. And in this mysterious mathematics of energy, giving is never one-sided. When you listen deeply to another's pain, you are not merely helping them. You are harmonizing on a common note. Something releases in you too. The uplift you feel after sincere compassion is not virtue points. It is density leaving your own system through the resonance of the exchange. This is why there are no random encounters. The so-called coincidences you used to dismiss were actually choreography. Plans get interrupted because the interruption was the real direction. The detour brought you to the doorway. The stranger who tugs at you from beneath the surface is not an accident. It is a thread you placed there, waiting to be tugged. Make the time, especially when it looks like the other person needs it more. These are the exchanges that enrich you in the ways that actually matter. None of you is walking alone. You are all riding a wave together. Others have given you a leg up on the quest, and you will do the same, often without realizing you've done anything at all. And then, in certain magical moments, it becomes undeniable, not merely believed or theorized, but a felt experience. You have touched oneness in another because you are oneness.